All right, let's dive right into this explainer on securely navigating the Parker County online property tax payment system. Look, let's be honest, absolutely nobody enjoys paying taxes. But getting this specific process wrong, well, that can cost you some serious time and a whole lot of unnecessary fees.
Now, if you have never used the county database before, trying to navigate it can honestly feel a bit like wandering through a bureaucratic maze. Between the various county offices and those super strict deadlines, it is incredibly easy to feel totally overwhelmed if you are a complete beginner. But hey, do not sweat it. I am going to be your guide to making this whole thing entirely stress-free. By the time we wrap up this explainer, you are going to have a crystal clear, actionable checklist to handle this like a total pro.
So, what is actually at stake here? Well, missing that January 31st payment deadline hits you with an immediate 7% penalty and interest charge. And that is just in the very first month of delinquency. That is definitely not a small fee. And as we will talk about in a minute, it literally only gets worse if you ignore it.
So, here is our game plan for today. We will cover 1. Why timely payment matters. 2. Finding your property details. 3. Navigating the online portal. 4. Avoiding common pitfalls. 5. Proactive tax management. And 6. Recap and final steps. Let's get started.
Section 1. Why timely payment matters. Avoiding the sting of late fees.
Before we even think about clicking any buttons on any websites, let's establish exactly why managing this timeline matters so much to your wallet. You see, there is a serious compounding financial risk to delaying your payment. Your baseline deadline is always January 31st. If your payment isn't processed or postmarked by then, boom. On February 1st, your taxes become delinquent and that painful 7% penalty kicks right in. After that, it turns into a total snowball effect, adding an extra 1% interest every single month. And if you let it slide all the way to July 1st, you could be looking at an additional 20% collection fee. This whole structure is specifically designed to encourage prompt funding for our local schools, roads, and emergency services.
Section 2. Finding your property details. Gathering your information before you search.
Now, to execute your payment securely and accurately, you first need to locate your specific property in the correct database. And here is a super common trap for beginners, heading over to the tax assessor collector's office to pay. While that kind of makes sense intuitively, in Parker County, the tax assessor actually handles motor vehicles, titles, and registrations. For real estate and ad valorem property taxes, you actually need to interface with the Parker County Appraisal District, which is commonly known as PCAD.
To completely bypass any frustrating indexing errors when searching that PCAD portal, the absolute most precise tool you can use is your PID, or Property ID. You can think of this as the unique digital fingerprint for your specific parcel of real estate. Having this exact number ready eliminates any confusion, like if you happen to share a name with someone else in the county, or if your address is written in a slightly weird way in the public records.
If you don't happen to have your PID handy, no worries, you can still search the database by your address or your name. But you have got to remember to strictly follow their formatting rules to get accurate results. For instance, if you are searching by property address, just put in the physical number and the street name, but you absolutely must drop administrative suffixes like street, avenue, or road. It's a bit quirky, I know. And if you search by owner name, you need at least 2 characters of the last name with absolutely no spaces. Following these little syntax rules is going to ensure the database retrieves your property instantly.
Section 3. Navigating the online portal. Making your payment step by step.
Okay, once you have your property details ready to go, it is time to hit the official online portal at parkercad.org to process things. First up, you execute your search query. When you pull up your specific property profile, the one showing your valuations and exemptions, do not just hang out on that main page. You want to navigate up to the top and click the Tax Summary tab. This page neatly consolidates your current and delinquent taxes. Once you are there, look for a dedicated payment hyperlink over on the right side. It clearly says, "Click here to pay property tax." Clicking that link is what safely transitions you over to the actual payment gateway.
Section 4. Avoiding common pitfalls. Protecting your money from unnecessary fees.
When you actually transition into that payment gateway, you are going to face a few choices. And honestly, the choices you make right here can either save you money or cost you some really unnecessary fees. The absolute most actionable advice I can give you: always try to use the free electronic check or e-check option if you have got the funds sitting in your bank account. If you go the credit card route instead, you are going to get hit with a 2.15% processing fee. And keep in mind, that fee doesn't even go to Parker County or the appraisal district. It goes straight to a third-party payment processor. Because let's face it, absolutely nobody wants to pay a tax on their taxes. On a large property tax bill, that 2.15% can add up to a significant chunk of change that you could have easily kept in your pocket.
Now, here is something really interesting and, honestly, a bit dangerous for unsuspecting taxpayers. There has been a big rise in unapproved third-party billing aggregators like Doxo. You might actually stumble across these sites when you are just Googling how to pay your bill. While they might look super official, they are definitely not endorsed by Parker County. You should avoid them completely. Using these sites introduces unnecessary processing delays and hidden checkout fees. Plus, if their delayed processing causes your funds to reach the county after January 31st, you are the one stuck paying that 7% late penalty. Bottom line, always stick directly to parkercad.org.
Section 5. Proactive Tax Management. Managing your liabilities year-round.
Paying the bill accurately is just one part of the equation, right? Let's talk about some evergreen strategies you can use all year round to actively lower your overall tax burden. First, if you have a mortgage, make sure to coordinate with your lender in December to verify they are actually scheduling the payment from your escrow account. That prevents you from accidentally double paying a bill they are already covering. Second, whatever you do, never forget to apply for your general residence homestead exemption. Thanks to recent state propositions, this can provide a massive $140,000 deduction from your school district assessments. It is huge. Third, if you feel like your property is overassessed, you totally have the right to file a valuation protest online for free before the May deadline. And finally, go ahead and register at the texas.gov property tax portal in August so you can get automated alerts whenever local officials propose new tax rates.
Section 6. Recap and final steps. Wrapping up with peace of mind.
We have covered a lot of ground today, from avoiding those hidden fees to navigating the exact tabs on the Appraisal District website. So let's do a quick rapid-fire recap. Remember, do not go to the tax assessor. Stick to the official PACAD portal at parkercad.org. Search efficiently using your property ID or a properly formatted street address. Once you are logged in your account, look for that Tax Summary tab to find the payment link. Definitely opt for the free e-check method over a credit card to dodge that annoying 2.15% transaction fee. And above all else, finalize that payment before January 31st so you can keep that 7% delinquency penalty safely in your own pocket where it belongs.
Just as a final note here, because online portals, fee structures, and administrative rules can and do evolve over time, it is super important that you always cross-reference your specific situation with the official Parker County Appraisal District, or just sit down with a certified tax professional. This explainer is definitely here to guide you, but your local official sources are always going to be the ultimate authority.
So it is time to take control of your property taxes today and confirm your balance early. Ask yourself, how much of your hard-earned money are you really willing to leave on the table in hidden fees and missed exemptions just by waiting until the last minute? Seriously, your future self will absolutely thank you for taking action today.